Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're going to be tier listing the 3-star 1 cost in set 17 patch 1B. Let's get right into it. And at the bottom, we have Lissandra. Just not a very good unit, even though she has good traits. Would just never really 3-star her. Next up, Ezreal and Cho'Gath. Now, I'm sorry, Ezreal Cho'Gath Blazers. They're averaging a 5 placement right now. However, they can be very good with a setup like no scout, no pivot, or early learnings. Next up in C tier, we have Poppy and Aatrox and Caitlyn. Now, the reason that Poppy is not that strong is just because she's not a very good unit, even though she can fit into the Meeple line. For Aatrox and Caitlyn, they fit in perfectly into the Twisted Fate reroll comp. However, as units themselves, they're not that strong. You're never making Caitlyn your main damage dealer. You're never making Aatrox your main tank. And for that reason, they're C tier. Now, next up in the B tier, we have Talon, Rek'Sai, and then Briar. Now, the reason that Talon is here is because in the early game, he's just insane at killing the backline. He's very strong. However, he does fall off in the late game, just not strong enough to kill the backline in the late game. And Briar and Rek'Sai, as units themselves, they're not very strong, but they fit right into one of the most meta reroll comps, which is Primordial Reroll, and for that reason, they're in B tier. Next up in A tier, we have Veigar, Nasus, and Teemo. Because Veigar, you don't have to roll for him. You can print him using the 7 meeples, and he's a pretty good damage dealer. And Nasus and Teemo, they just fit perfectly into the Leona, Teemo, Nasus reroll comp, and they're both solid units. Teemo does good damage, and Nasus is a good tank. Next up, we have Twisted Fate at the top, and Leona. Leona is really, really good in some certain Arbiter setups, and she's an insane 3-star 1-cost tank. And for Twisted Fate, he's an amazing damage dealer while also printing you 1 to 3 gold every single turn, which is crazy. And on setups like Stargazer Medallion, Twisted Fate just excels and it becomes one of the best comps in the game.